Hi everybody, and welcome to Storytime. We're going to start with our welcome song here, so if you guys want to sing along with me, that'd be great. Here we go, ready? We clap and sing hello, we clap and sing hello. With our friends it's Storytime, we clap and sing hello. Now we're going to wave. We wave and sing hello, we wave and sing hello. With our friends it's Storytime, we wave and sing hello. Now we're going to stomp. We stomp and sing hello. We stomp and sing hello. With our friends at Storytime, we stomp and sing hello. Now we're gonna jump. We jump and sing hello. We jump and sing hello. With our friends at Storytime, we jump and sing hello. For our last one, we're gonna spin. We spin and sing hello. We spin and sing hello. With our friends at Storytime, we spin and sing hello. Today we're going to read Down to the Sea with Mr. Mcgee by Chris Van Dusen. This book is being read with permission from Chronicle Books, so thank you. Down to the Sea with Mr. Mcgee. Mr. Mcgee and his little dog Dee love spending time in their boat on the sea. So early one morning at 6:32, they made a decision. That's just what they do. Right after breakfast, Mcgee packed a lunch. Sandwiches, carrots, a thermos of punch, a big box of raisins, some sweet pickled beets, chocolate chip cookies, and crunchy dog treats. With plans for the day and enough lunch for three, they hopped in the car and drove down to the sea. The pair left the dock at 7 o'clock and motored their way around Eagle Rock. They passed by the lighthouse and by the old wreck, with Mcgee at the wheel and Dee on deck. Then suddenly spied off the bow of the east a big pot of whales. There were 50 at least, splashing about in the bright morning sun, feasting on shrimp and sardines by the ton. But one little whale, who had eaten his fill, munching on minnows and plankton and krill, was bored with his breakfast, and since he was through, he swam off in search of something to do. Now Dee and Mcgee, in their boats on the bay, didn't notice the whale that was heading their way. They were watching the other whales put on a show, and soon that young whale was directly below. From under the sea the little whale spied Mcgee and Dee's boat, but not them inside. He longed for adventure, he wanted to play, so he bumped at the boat in a most friendly way. Then the whale was placed, his blowhole directly below, and every so gently he began to blow. Mcgee saw the bubbles, he felt the boat sway, then up went the boat on a fountain of spray. Higher and higher the little boat flew, as harder and harder that little whale blew. Then the whale blew a blast as hard as he could, much harder, in fact, than a little whale should, and that final blast blew the boat up in the sky. First 30, then 40, then 50 feet high. The boat kept on rising, but it didn't stop there. Wind hit it hard, and it flew through the air. Dee and Mcgee sailed over the sea, when all of the sudden, they got stuck in a tree. So there they were, stranded, Mcgee and his pup, in the top of a spruce, 60-something feet up. From their perch in the sky, the two watched in dismay, as the whale far below swam swiftly away. Mcgee was downhearted. Just what could he do? They seemed hopelessly stuck, but little Dee knew. The secret to get the boat safely unpinned was to rock back and forth and wait for the wind. So they rocked and they rocked for an hour or so, but the boat didn't budge because the wind didn't blow. Just when they thought they'd be stuck there all night, they spotted far off a spectacular sight. Away in the distance across the blue bay, the whales, all 50, were headed their way. They swam through the water in one long straight row and gathered around the small island below. McGee looked down at the circle of whales surrounding the island and raising their tails. He felt a bit nervous, a little bit tense, when all of a sudden it made perfect sense. "They're trying to save us," he shouted with glee. "Hold on, Dee! Hold on! As tight as can be!" Their tails slapped down with a thunderous crash, which in turn created a super high splash that covered the island and raced up the tree and dislodged the boat and set them both free. Dee was so happy, she let out a yelp. McGee tipped his hat to the whales for their help. "Thank you, my friends, for saving the day." Then they all waved goodbye and the whales swam away. On the way home, little Dee had a thought. What about all the food they had brought? In all the excitement, they ate not a bite. So they saved it and had it for dinner that night. Thank you so much for joining me for the story time. I hope you join me next time. It's time to sing our goodbye song. So if you guys can help me at home, here we go. Remember, we go. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as loud as we can. Goodbye! Now we're going to do it as quiet as we can. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as quiet as we can. Goodbye. Now we're going to do it as fast as we can. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as fast as we can. Goodbye. Now we're going to do it as slow as we can. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as slow as we can. Goodbye. Now we're going to do as high as we can in our high voice. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as high as we can. Goodbye. Now we're going to do it in our low, deep voice. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as low as we can. Goodbye. And for our last one, as nice as we can. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say goodbye as nice as we can. Goodbye. Goodbye, boys and girls. See you guys next time. Have a great day.